Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my holiday anti-haul. I did this last year and I really enjoyed doing it. I love anti-hauls. I think it's really interesting to hear just what people are not going to buy or what they're not interested in or what they don't think is worth the money. There is a bunch of stuff this year that I will not be purchasing. The majority of holiday releases I was not that interested in. I'm going to be doing a wish list tomorrow or later today, because I'm behind on Daily December. My next video is actually going to be my holiday wish list. I think my top 6 products that I'm hoping to find underneath the tree this year. I was going to do top 5, but I could not narrow it down, so it's top 6. But today we are talking about all the stuff I am not interested in buying that is holiday or that is really popular right now. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I am not going to be buying this year is something that I've gotten for the past 2 years and I had on my wish list, but then after looking at it and thinking about it, I just decided I did not actually want to purchase that, and it is the Lorac Mega Pro 4. This is the 4th edition, obviously, that they've put out. Lorac puts this out every year around the holidays. This year it's in this pink packaging. It's got some interesting color combos. Last year was more of a neutral, warm, kind of cranberry palette, which was absolutely gorgeous. It was a lot like a lot of other palettes, but I really enjoyed that. And then the year before was the first one I'd ever gotten, and that was in the blue packaging, and that had a lot of interesting color schemes going on, a little bit more cooler and a lot more like fun to work with. So this year they kind of did what they did 2 years ago and made a palette that had a lot of different color schemes, a lot of different options on what you could do, and that's great, but the more I looked at the colors, the less excited I was about it. Even when I first saw it, I was kind of just like, meh, but because I picked it up the last 2 years, I was like, I'm probably gonna end up buying it anyway. Well, I'm not anymore. First of all, its original price is $60. And while I love the Lorac Pro formula, these colors are really beautiful, they're always really blendable, pigmented, they're great, I just feel like I have all of the normal Lorac Pro palettes and then I have 2 of the Makeup Pros. I don't need this one. It just didn't call out to me as much. I don't like the packaging that much. I'm not a big pink person, so that might have a little bit to do with it as well. I just was not drawn to this palette like I was the last 2. Even the first one everybody went crazy for. I completely understood why. I didn't pick it up or anything, but I was way more drawn to those than I am to this one. This one just kind of falls flat for me. It's been on sale on Ulta for about $42, which is definitely a good deal for it because that's what the regular Lorac Pro palettes go for normally. But I just feel like if I was gonna buy it, it would be on sale. I would never pay full price for it. And I just don't feel the urge to buy it even when it is on sale, so that really does tell me that I don't need it, because if I'm not like, oh my god, this one on sale, why am I gonna buy it? So that is just the first thing I'm not gonna buy. It's beautiful. If you don't own a Lorac Mega Pro palette, maybe that would be a great decision for you. They're wonderful, beautiful, really pigmented, great formula. I just don't think I need it. Next up, we have the Après-Ski Glow palette from Becca. I have no idea if I said that right. This is their highlighting palette this year. So it has highlighters, some blush, I believe some bronzer in it too. I have heard great things about it. I have heard great things about all of Becca's face palettes. I own a few of their Shimmering Skin Perfector Prests. I love them. The formula is beautiful. Moonstone is my favorite shade. But I just don't feel like I need a face palette. It has the Rose Quartz shade in it, which I almost bought it just for that because I wanted that shade so badly before it went out of stock. I just don't feel like I need the palette. I feel like some of the shades are going to look weird on my skin tone. And honestly, when I saw it, I was just kind of like, okay. I'm a big highlighter junkie, but for some reason this one just didn't call out to me. It's been my issue this year that highlighter palettes are just not up my skin tone alley. I really wanted the Laura Mercier highlighting palette they put out with this year, but when I swatched it in Sephora, I was immediately like more than half of these shades are too dark for me and there's no point in me buying it. So I'm really glad I swatched that because I would have made a huge mistake by ordering it. But I just felt the same way about the Becca palette. A lot of the highlighting palettes I just feel are really hit or miss because I am so pale. Like, some of them are going to look great and some of them aren't. The Nicole Guerrero palette is the last highlighting palette that I've picked up, and that is one that I can make every shade work for me depending on how much I buff it out. But I feel like that is the only highlighting palette that I need to do that with. I just feel like I'd rather buy single highlighters than spend money on a palette where I won't even be able to use half the shades. Next up, we have the Fenty Beauty Holiday Palette. I absolutely love Fenty Beauty. The whole line is just impeccable. It's so beautiful. Everything just feels amazing. Everything looks amazing. It just looks like Rihanna spent so much time on it, and I really appreciate that. I do have some stuff on my wish list from the collection. However, I do not think I will be picking up any of the Fenty holiday collection. The palette is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Some beautiful shimmer shades in there and some really interesting shades. I just know I will never reach for that palette. It just recently went on sale on Sephora, and I was very tempted because I was like, ooh, it's on sale. Oh, maybe I can buy it now. No, I'm not going to use that. There's like no transition, no crease colors. I don't think there's any mattes in it at all. I just feel like it's absolutely beautiful. The packaging is like amazing, but I'm not going to use it. And I feel like because I'm going to get all sucked up into this hype, I'm going to buy a palette. I'm going to use it like one time around the holiday season or like for New Year's Eve, and then be like, now what do I do with this? So while it is absolutely beautiful, I just don't feel like it's worth it for me. So going off of palettes that I just feel like aren't worth it, next up is the Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. People have been going crazy about this palette. I've heard nothing but amazing things. The swatches look really, really great, and the packaging is amazing. I did miss out on the Metal Matte palette, which I actually kind of regret from last year. However, it just doesn't call to me. I don't look at it and think I need that. I don't look at it and I'm like, oh my god, that's beautiful, that looks amazing. I look at the swatches, they look great, but I'm still not called to buy it, so I don't know what it is, and I'm scared. I think the only reason that there's like a part of me that wants it is that I'm scared it's gonna be like the Metal Matte palette where it's gonna go out of stock, I'm not gonna be able to get it anymore, and I'm gonna regret it. I don't think I get my use out of it. I find Kat Von D shadows to be amazing formula. They look great. The swatches look amazing, like I've said. And it may be that the way that she set it up is really weird, because I've heard a lot of people say that the way that they're set up kind of throws people off. And maybe that is it, but I don't feel like I need to buy it to find out if that's the case. It's just not something that I need. It's also huge, and honestly, I live in a dorm room most of the time. I'm moving out of that dorm room soon, which is really scary, but I just don't have the space to store something that big that I'm not going to get everyday use out of. Next up is something that I know people who own it. I've watched swatches of it, I've watched people freak out about it, and I just am not called to it, and that's the Jaclyn Hill palette. People are so excited about it, especially now that it's at Ulta. People are picking it up. I'm seeing tons of Snapchats pictures. I have a friend, Kelly, who just got it, who loves it. There's one shade in there that looks amazing, but I'm just not called to it. Maybe it's because I just don't watch Jaclyn Hill. I have nothing against her. I just have never watched her. Well, I did watch her for a little bit, but she's not one that I frequent, and I'm also not really big into YouTube makeup. She says she loves the Nicole Guerrero palette. I love the Nicole Guerrero palette, but I also don't watch Nicole Guerrero. I feel like the people that are most excited about the Jaclyn Hill palette watch Jaclyn Hill, which there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't look at it and think I need it. And I think it might just be because I have so many palettes now, and I have so many palettes that I don't use. And since I've started decluttering and doing project pans, I've just found that like I get swept up into hype and then I don't use it. So I'm really trying to be tough on myself with that. It's white packaging. I know I'm gonna ruin it. I just don't feel like I need it. I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure you can do amazing looks with it, and I'm sure Jaclyn worked really hard on it. I'm just not interested. Next up, we have the NARS Velvet Lip Glide set this year. This year, it's a little bit more pinky and a little bit more of like wearable colors. Last year, it was a lot of darker colors. I picked it up last year. I do really enjoy it. I just don't think I need this set. I love the NARS Velvet Lip Glides, but I just think that I have so many lip products at this point that I just don't need more. I think the only reason I'm including this in my anti-haul is because I really wanted it at first, because I was like, oh my god, new colors. Yes, I need this. I love the other ones. But like, I don't need them. I have so many pinks. I have so many nudes. I do not need more lip products that are pink or nude. I'm sure I'm going to buy more in the coming months, but I don't need a whole set of NARS lip products that I might not use that much, because I'm gonna be honest, that first Velvet Lip Glide set that I bought, there is one color in there that I'm obsessed with, and all the other ones I use occasionally. But Bound is my favorite, and honestly, looking back, if I had just gone through and swatched the ones at Sephora, I might have bought one or two. I probably wouldn't have bought the set. I love lip sets. I think they're great for you to figure out what you like, or if you like a formula or not, but I don't think I need to buy another set of NARS Velvet Lip Glides, even though I love the formula. Going off of that, I also will not be buying another set of the Kat Von D Everlasting Mini Liquid Lipsticks. I bought the set last year. I loved that set. It had a lot of different colors. The range on it was amazing. I got bright colors, nude colors, darks. They were just really, really nice. A lot of wearables, a lot of more like statements. It was a really great set to not only, you know, try out the formula. I'd had a couple before, but to really try it out, but to also have way more colors to choose from was great. This year, it's like all browns, and I just don't get it. I don't think I need that many browns in my collection, and the thing is, with a brown, it's really, really dependent on your skin tone, so I feel like it's really hard to buy a set of liquid lipsticks that are all brown and find that you can use all of them. I know that I would get that set home, find like 3 I could use, and all the other ones I'd have to declutter, and I don't know that many people who wear brown lipsticks, so I feel like I'd have a really hard time finding someone to give those to. I just don't think I need it. I think this anti-haul isn't so much about like overhype or anything like that. It's more like me confirming to myself that I don't need more crap that I'm not going to use. Next up, we have the Stila Glitter and Glow sets. I own one of these Stila Glitter and Glows in, it's a taupe shade. I think it's Smoky Storm, I can't remember. It's like a really pretty taupey, almost kind of gold, really pretty. Really like it, enjoy it a lot, but I don't use it enough to buy a set of 6 or even 3 more. I just think that unless you wear a ton of glitter, those sets are such overkill. Once I got the first Glitter and Glow, I put like every shade into my wish list at Sephora and was like, oh my god, I love these, I'm gonna use these like crazy. I've maybe used my one like 3 or 4 times because I don't wear glitter every day, because it's not appropriate every day. I feel like I don't need a bunch more colors. I feel like maybe I'll get 1 or 2 more, ones that I'm going to use, ones that, you know, go with shades that I wear a lot. But to buy a pack of 6 is just like insane because I'm not going to use them. And I feel like that's something around the holiday time people don't say. I feel like they're like, this is a set, it's a great value, buy it, buy it, buy it. But then when you think about it, it's like, how many of those am I actually going to use? Why don't I just buy the full size of the one I'm going to use? It's a crazy concept around the holidays because the sets are amazing and such good deals, but if you're only going to use 1 or 2 out of the set, why buy the set? Last up, we have 2 companies that have released holiday sets and palettes and all this stuff that I am not going to be buying from at all. The first one being Tarte. I've talked about in the past how Tarte's really hit or miss for me, and their holiday sets are when it really becomes missing all the time. I just keep missing when it comes to Tarte holiday sets, so I'm not even going to risk my money this year. I will not be buying anything from the Tarte holiday collection. It's beautiful, it's great, but I'm not going to buy it. There's another company that I'm not going to mention because I don't mention it on my channel anymore. Oh well. But the last company I think I've probably mentioned once or twice on my channel, maybe in an anti-haul, I can't quite remember, and that's Kylie Cosmetics. I will not be buying anything from the Kylie Cosmetics holiday line or the Kylie Cosmetics line at all because it's so overpriced. I don't understand why people keep giving her their money because I just don't think it's worth it at all. It's so expensive, it's so hard to get, and it's just always kind of meh when I see it. So nothing from Kylie Cosmetics for me this year or probably ever. So thank you guys so much for watching my anti-haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I love making these videos because it feels just kind of therapeutic to talk about things that like you don't want. In a community filled with, you have to buy this is amazing, I want, I need, I bought. It's really nice to just be like, I don't need that. So I hope you enjoyed this therapeutic experience with me. I hope you're also enjoying Daily December so far. Comment, like, subscribe, all the normal stuff, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.